We'll soon be regathering for indoor worship at St. Christopher's Episcopal Church. The Diocese of Virginia has approved our plan to regather for indoor worship, so long as we abide by some special requirements to keep us all safe and healthy. So what are the diocesan safety requirements? We have to limit attendance of each service to no more than 65 people. And this number will include members of the clergy, musicians, other volunteers. Everyone over the age of 4 attending one of the indoor services will be required to wear a face mask. There will be no exceptions to this rule. Hand sanitizer will be available at all entrances and near the altar and communion stations. All attendees will be required to maintain at least 6 feet of social distance from anyone outside your usual family grouping. And for now, there will be no gathering allowed in the parish hall, sanctuary, or hallways with anyone outside your usual family unit. This will help us to prevent crowding and to maintain social distancing. So when do we begin gathering for indoor worship? It'll be the first Sunday, May 23rd. That's Pentecost. Only the 10:30 service will be indoors. Everyone attending will be required to register beforehand. Now, if you'd like to attend indoor worship on May 23rd or May 30th, you can sign up now. How do I pre-register? Well, sign-up links can be found in the St. Christopher's newsletter. If you don't already receive the newsletter but do use email, you can sign up for the newsletter by going to our website, stchristopher's.thediocese.net. Or you can call the church office at 703-451-1088. 703-451-1088. What'll happen when I show up for inside worship at St. C's? Well, outside the church, a greeter will check you in. Then, an usher will direct you and your family to a designated pew or seating area. And some seating areas will be marked off to help us ensure proper social distancing. Once you are inside and seated, it's important that you remain within the space set aside for your family grouping. Now, music's an important part of our life at St. C's. Our coming indoor services will include either live or pre-recorded music. For now, though, as part of our efforts to keep everybody safe, there will be no congregational singing until we get the approval of the diocese. We can, though, include performances by a soloist, duet, small ensemble, so long as the performers wear masks and maintain social distance from one another and fellow worshipers. What do we do when it comes time to share the peace? For now, we can bow or wave toward each other, maybe give the peace sign, and it's okay to hug those in your family grouping, but please do not shake hands or share hugs with anyone outside your family grouping. We'll keep close tabs on infection rates in Fairfax County and look forward to letting everyone know when we can lift the restriction on handshaking and hugging. What about communion? Well, communion bread will be given standing in front of the altar. When it's your turn to receive communion, maintain proper social distancing, pull your mask down or you can lift it up, consume the wafer, and then immediately put your mask back down over your nose and mouth. Then there's our coffee hour. Will that resume once we begin indoor worship? For now, the diocese is discouraging communal food sharing indoors. When infection rates in Fairfax County begin to decline, we'll ease back into coffee hour with pre-packaged food and beverages. If you're not able to attend these indoor services, what do? Well, you can still be part by watching the services live stream. The Zoom connection will remain active for now, and as summer approaches, we'll be looking to offer the services via additional platforms. You can still watch recordings of services on YouTube and can find links to those services on the homepage of our website or our Facebook page or in the newsfeed of our Facebook Parishioner Hangout group. Now, with a sneak peek of indoor worship, here's Mother Carrie.
Good morning, St. Christopher's. I'm here to give you a little bit of a tour to show you what you'll encounter when you come to church on Sunday morning, when we get together on our very first Sunday back in the church. As you come up the sidewalk, you'll meet the greeters who'll be sitting here distanced from each other, and they'll have a list of those who've signed up to come to the service. They'll also have masks for both children and adults in case someone has forgotten theirs, and hand sanitizer. So after you've checked in, they're going to invite you to come forward to be met by an usher at the door. The ushers will invite you to take a bulletin from this station here or to grab something for the children, okay? We have one-way traffic going around the outside of our fellowship area. As you can tell, the fellowship area is off limits. We will not be gathering in any of those spaces as we normally do. So come with me and I'll show you how it looks. The bathrooms are here. The doors are open and the lights are on. So should someone need to use the bathroom during a service, they're welcome to come on in and they don't need to touch a light switch or touch a doorknob. Okay, our wheelchair ramp is accessible even as the fellowship area is marked off. The exit doors are open to provide extra ventilation, and our offering plates are in areas that we pass by so that if anyone would like to put their offering in, they can do that. We will not be passing it across the pews. The ushers will bring you in and help you to find a seat. All of our pews are marked so that you are 6 feet from anyone else who's in the church. You're 6 feet from anyone in the aisle, and you're 6 feet from anyone else who might be sitting in the pew. As you can see, the pews are marked by blue painter's tape. And the area in which we ask you not to sit is clearly marked. There's spaces of different sizes. So there are spaces that might accommodate a family of 5, and a space that might accommodate 2, and a space that might accommodate a 1. Okay, so the ushers will bring you in and help you to get seated. The next time you'll be tempted to move is at communion. And again, the ushers will invite you to follow them, to come down the center aisles and come forward for communion. The way we're now doing communion, following diocesan guidelines, is that we will bring forth these trays from the altar of the bread that has been blessed. You will come forward, pick up a cup, and I will say, the body of Christ, the bread of heaven. You can lower your mask and eat your bread and go back to your seat. Each one of us will have an individual cup, and none of them have been touched by anyone else. So that way we stay safe in our communion distribution. The final time we'll move is when we get up to leave. And at that point, after we've said the dismissal, the ushers will begin with the back pews and will invite people to head on out to the meeting night. Again, moving in one direction around the outer edge of our nave. For many of you, it's been a long time since you've seen the coil wall open. We've opened that to allow for even more air circulation for our space. And we also have the fan running. So the fan will be running continuously while we're in here to also continually mix up the air and keep it as safe as we possibly can for all who come to St. Christopher's.
Now, some things about this new way of worshiping indoors will feel strange at first, of course, but it will be so worth it to once again be really together as we worship together. It'll be a learning as we go process, and of course we'll make it work better and better each week, and as the health situation allows us to adapt. With God's help and everyone's patience, it's going to be great.